Hey everyone, what is up? TheUnproPro here. Alright, welcome to episode 8, I think? I think it's episode 8. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's episode 8. Alright, so if we go into skills, and if you have the Japanese edition, you have a bunch of confusion. So, in this tutorial, we will be completely erasing everything and making our own skills. And as soon as I get my cord from out underneath my computer, which it was sitting on it, but it's okay now. Because I have to kind of hold the keyboard in my lap. Anyway, let's go. So do one, press delete on your keyboard, or right click and click on clear. Now we're going to change the maximum. Let's do about 10 for now. So the first one is going to be called, okay, let's do fire. Let's do fire. Sounds a bit painful. Anyway, fire. Oh, you know what? I got another idea. Let's do fire and let's do level 1. Like so, in between parentheses. This means it's a weak version of fire. So, level 1. And then have the description. Cast fire on a single enemy. In search, you don't say meme. No. Alrighty. So, Operation Speed Fix, hit rate, and all this stuff is not really important. Let's go to MP cost. Let's make it cost about 5 MP. Wait, what's... Okay, we start with 80 MP, so let's make it do about, well, since you start with a high amount, you want to do about, let's do 15. Let's do 15, why not? Alright, so, area of affection, 1 enemy, ability, only in battle. Type, HP damage, you want to do attribute, wait, okay, the attributes are over here. We're going to clear these as well, because, well, I have the Japanese version, so. If you have fire here somewhere, then go right ahead. I'm going to have 4 elements. This one's going to be fire. This is going to be water. No, water. This is going to be earth. I'm going to have a little bit more, too. Wind. Lightning. I'm actually going to have quite a few of them. We're going to do... gravity, time, we're gonna do dark, light, and that's gonna be it for now. Oh, none, like non-elementals, hold on. Basically like non-elemental magic, such as like nuke or something like that, even though it's not technically a magic, but you know what I mean. So we're gonna do fire, and this attribute is going to be fire. Okay, formula calculation. I've explained this in one of the videos, but I might as well go ahead and do it again. Basically, this is the start damage, so it'll always, well, kind of. Okay, it's hard to explain. Okay, relevant to, okay, the attack strength right here. This basically means will it do more damage based on your physical attack. Let's do about a 5 for that. And then relative magic strength, do about 25. And set this for about 5, actually. 5, 5, 25. Ignore the target's defense, you don't have to worry about that. Yeah. So, let me explain how all this confusion here. So, if you over here, we have 5 damage initially, plus the actor's attack times 0.2. So, the actor's attack being 19 times 0.2 at level 1, of course. You know, whatever level you're on. That's whatever your attack is, it does 5 plus that times 0.02. Plus magic attack times 0.5. And minus battler, like your enemies, the B. So, A stands for you, basically. And B stands for the target. So... minus the, okay, caster and target, I should say. So, minus the target's magic defense times 0.5. So, in other words, if you have a magic attack of 50, and the enemy has a magic defense of 50, that's basically going to be nullified and negated. So, you're just going to be doing your 5 plus your basic attack times 0.2. That's how that works. So, I'm going to click OK on that. Or click apply, not OK. Let's see, hit rate 100 because it's a magic. Number of hits 1. Guaranteed hit Okay, hit type is a magic attack. Animations, I will go over them in a moment. Alright. Weapon requirements, I've never really used this, but I'm guessing that means, like, you can have this kind of spell only available being used when you have, like, a staff. That's a very good thing to do. It's really cool, actually. So, anyways, let's go ahead and erase all these animations. There's a bunch of them. Just gonna make a couple of them here. Let's call this Fire L1 for level 1, representing level 1. Okay, let's see. What would be a good fire animation? Okay, we're going to use kind of like a bow, and we're going to combine that with this. Alright, so we're going to do the bow, and we're going to... So you can see the X and Y positions right here. We're going to make it all 0, 0 by double-clicking on it. You want to do X coordinate 0, Y coordinate 0. Alright. I'm also going to have this one right here set in the exact same position. I'm going to copy this. Hold on, okay, number of frames we're going to do about 20. We're just going to set it to 20 so it's a little bit larger at first, and we can shrink it down later. So I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to double click it. I'm going to go to pattern, and I'm going to increase it by 1. And I'm going to do the same thing for this one. And I'm going to reposition them. So as you can see, that's how it works. Now we're going to click Control C, Control V again, or you can just right click, click copy, and then right click, click paste. And then click this one after you're done with it, paste it again. So in other words, the layer underneath it is equal. See, 2 and 3 are equal because that's why I did it. Alright, so we're gonna do this again. So now it's 103. This one is 3. So if you play them back, 1, 2, 3, see how it's starting to animate. Copy this, paste it on 4. Increase it. Increase this one. See? And it's starting to play back. And it just gives it a little more interesting look if you kind of combine animations. Okay, let's go here. Dagnabbit, thank you. Be a potato man. Potato man, that should be a game. So while I'm doing this animation thing, if you want, you can feel free to skip ahead. See, now that other animation is gone, because it's... Wait, is it gone? No, I said it's got like one left. It's at this one, I believe. No, it could be at the other one. So we're gonna go here. Yeah, feel free to skip this though if you guys really want to just kind of skip this part. Okay, see this part. Well, if you already know how to do animations, I recommend skipping. If not, you might want to watch this. So see how it's empty now? That means it's here and it's off that animation. So what we're gonna do is, depending on how much we have left. Okay, yeah, we got plenty. So now I'm going to go back to the first one, set it here. But this time I'm going to rotate it. So I'm going to do a 90 degrees, so it's going like that, making it look interesting. Okay, first I need to figure out what... Okay, that was 106. I wasn't sure if I changed this one or not. I didn't. All right. 107. So now, after it's done there, it's going to go from up here. So if we play that back real quick, and it looks pretty cool so far. Copy this, paste that. Increase U by 1. Increase U by 1. Copy, paste. Increase U by 1. Increase U by 1. See how it's kind of going down too? See? And this just makes it look a little more interesting, you know? It's just really cool. You see how it's kind of fading out, and it should kind of go right straight together. Increase U. Increase U. You got one more to go. Yep, they're going to go straight perfectly together. I believe. Yep, it's like that one last little fade, and then this is on its last frame as well. Oh, that's perfect. So it's 12 frames. Now if we play that back, you can see the animation. Now we need to add some sound effects, and in order to do this, you got to go over here where SE and flash timing, and you're gonna double click this little sound thing, the SE. You're gonna find yourself a sound effect. We're gonna do the bow thing at frame number 1, and we're also gonna do target. We're gonna make him flash red, kind of orangish actually. Not that orange, though. More like right about... Actually, yeah, about right there. We're going to have it do, like, 10 frames. And we're going to do, on frame 4, we're going to do... Let's do fire 1. A little bit higher pitch. Let's try it. Yeah, that looks really good. Alright, so now we got that. So you want to go back over here. And then you're going to do animation. We're going to choose fire level 1. There are people arguing in the background. I apologize if you hear them. Let's see. Now we're going to go to classes. And we're going to do warrior. We're going to give him a skill. We're going to give him our new skill at level 1. So... Oh, you also might need to do... Where is it? Other... Maybe this isn't it. It's, what I'm trying to look for is the ability to use... Okay, add skill type. That's what it is. And, they're in Japanese, but you want to make sure you have both skill types. I'll go over skill types in the future. But make sure you're able to use magic and attack. Or skills, or whatever the other thing was. See, there's a new fire. Let's try it out. 14 damage. The reason it's doing so little is because the way the attribute thing is set. And if you want to change that, again, you'd change 0.2 to something else. So I'm going to do, instead of attack or magic attack times 0.05, we're going to do times 2. Now that alone will cause catastrophic damage. Well, not really a lot, but... See? It increases it. Just kind of play around with those values until you find something you really like. Like, I'm kind of comfortable with the fire being 15 MP and stuff like that, doing that much damage, if that makes sense. But however, I am going to go to the enemies, and this guy's a little slime. Red slime. Now, one more thing I'm going to go over in this episode is how to make your skills effective or weak. So let's do on the regular slime, he's kind of weak against fire. So it does double the damage by using 200%. And over here, on the red slime, let's have him weak against fire by doing half damage, aka, or known as 50%. Alright, let's do it. Wait, I'm going to have a normal slime and a red slime. So he takes 71, and the red slime takes 19. Regular attack. Okay, because we changed all the animations, your regular attack is the fire spell. Now this is because we don't have an initial attack. Now, if you want to fix all that, if you go to your weapons, and whatever weapon that we had equipped, which is... What in the F is that? Alright, You know what? I'm gonna give him this long name right here, because that has, like, the most familiar character. Or maybe it doesn't! Okay, you know what? Potato. I'm gonna name that Potato, and I'm gonna have him be, like, the ability to equip the potatoes. Alright, weapons. Oh my gosh, I really need to get... Oh! Yes, equip potato. Alright, so now we're gonna go over to the weapons, and, you know, you would give the animation, and you would give it an animation. Yeah, that makes sense. This episode's getting kind of long, ain't it? Oh, 14 minutes ain't bad. It's still gonna be like fire base, but I don't think it's gonna be fire damage. It does. Why is it casting? Oh, that's right. Okay, the first one has to be attack. So this has to be like attack. So like, make sure you don't delete all of them like I did. Oh my gosh. So this is basically going to be your normal attack, and we're just going to kind of give it some other symbol here. I'm just going to give it that. Basic attack. Okay. Quick setting, and we're going to do basic effect 5, attack strength 100. No? Yeah, I think so. And magic strength 0. Yeah, I think that's exactly how it goes. 5 plus attack times 4 minus B defense times 2. Attributes, normal attack. And we're not going to give it an animation because we don't have... Oh, normal attack. It's probably still going to be the fire animation because it's the only animation we have. But now you can see it does the normal hit. But I believe we still have a fire attribute to it. So let's go back over here to skills. No, it doesn't have a fire attribute to it, but... No skill type then. Criticals... Alright. Let's try it. So yeah, now your axe is normal. But he just has like a much higher defense, I guess. Alright, but that is basically how you make your own skills. And if you want to do other things like burst, fire... Basically same thing, you would change the animation to where it does explosions all over the place. And you would just do like skill type. Well, this is magic, so it needs to be a magic. And you would do all kinds of stuff like that. You like magic attack, and you would do all enemies, but you would maybe make it weaker a little bit, you know. And it's a little bit weaker, but it hits all the enemies and stuff like that. Just be kind of creative, like with what you can come up with. You have with like fire level 2, which does like poop ton more damage, excuse me, and all that. All right. So if there are any questions, please be sure to comment them, and I will try my best to answer them. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.